Hi, welcome to Maggie's Magical Moon Ceremonies. We are on the banks of the Applegate River here in Southern Oregon, here to celebrate this really peaceful, balanced, harmonious full moon that we have coming up in Libra. The energies of this full moon peak on Saturday, April 16th at 11:55 a.m. here on the Pacific coast of the United States of America. So this full moon, it's really gentle and peaceful and harmonious, like I said, being in Libra. Libra is the sign that's ruled by Venus. It's the sign that represents relationship, balance, harmony, beauty, grace. And full moons, as always, are where the sun is opposite the moon. So we have the moon at 26 degrees of Libra, and we have the sun at 26 degrees of Aries. And so Aries is ruled by Mars, and Libra is ruled by Venus. So this axis is the relationship axis. Aries is about independence. It's about the self, courage, initiation, action energy, our masculine energy. And Libra, ruled by Venus, is about our receiving energy, our feminine energy, the energy of harmony and balance. And so the full moon is always a balancing of this energy. And what I find really interesting about this particular full moon is the buildup to it. There has been so much emphasis in the moon cycles around relationship and being in divine relationship and right relationship in harmony, in really in the moon cycles and the planetary alignments. You know, we had Mars and Venus that did that dance together for quite some time earlier this year. And they met Pluto. Venus met Pluto 3 times, but they met Pluto, and really, as did Mercury, really transformed the aspects of ourself, the aspects of our action energy and our receiving energy. So these moon cycles and these planetary alignments, they kind of put out this template of transformation of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, is kind of how I see it. I see each moon cycle as kind of a stamp in time, like a template that is released to the collective consciousness of energies that we're able to access and able to transform with and able to ascend with. So this is a particularly interesting full moon because it truly is on the relationship axis, being Libra and Aries. And it's like we've been building up to it. I feel like a lot of the moon cycles, there's been more of an emphasis on our thought. And now we've really moved into a shift into creation of the feelings, the thoughts, the vibrations, the beliefs that we want to have in ourselves, particularly the feelings that we want to receive from ourselves, from our relationships, and from the world. This new moon's at 26 degrees, so it's the degree of Capricorn. It's net 8. So it's a decision or a commitment or a devotion to what we want to feel to, and how we want to receive. So the feelings that we want to receive. And it's balancing, you know, the sun at 26 degrees of Aries. So how we want to feel and receive with ourselves, and how we want to feel and receive in relationship, and in relationship to everything, because it's in the, you know, it's in the higher degrees. It's in the third decan, which is 20 to 29 degrees. So it's really our relationship with all of creation. But there is a specific emphasis on divine partnership here, because we have Saturn and Juno are they're in a harmonious angle. They're trined into this full moon. And, you know, Juno is the asteroid of divine partnership. And so at 28 degrees, this tells me that 28 degrees is a net 10, which is a degree of manifestation. So we're really focused on coming into alignment with Saturn and Juno here in Aquarius. Saturn's at 23 degrees Aquarius and Juno's at 28. Saturn at 23 is aligning our thoughts with the vibrations that, you know, are centered around the beliefs and the feelings that we have. Juno, 5 degrees away, again, it's another thought degree. It's using our thoughts to manifest the vibrations, to decide to commit to the feelings that we want to feel, to create the vibrations, net 10, that will align us with the people, the places, the experience, the relationships that we want, that our heart wants to create and feel and be with and experience. So it's really beautiful that we have this harmonious angle with Saturn and Juno, and it's like God Universe has been building us up to, really how I feel it is like a heart-brain coherence. There is a new ability to be in full heart-brain coherence so that we can create the reality around us. And what that means is to where we align our thoughts with our heart to create the feelings, the beliefs, and the vibrations that ripple out into the universe to make us magnets to all that our hearts want to experience, create, be, feel, exist with for this lifetime. That's in the highest good for ourselves and for all of creation. It's really, really beautiful. And so this full moon is in, this full moon and the sun are in a square to Pluto, and Pluto's at 28 degrees of Capricorn. So a square can be kind of an uncomfortable relationship, an uncomfortable angle. Pluto is death, transformation. So there's a complete transformation of what we devote to. We have devoted ourselves to actions and relationships in the past that don't serve us, that don't serve our ascension, don't serve our path, don't serve our hearts, don't serve the creation of the feelings that we actually want to have. And so Pluto is here basically allowing us to release. The South Node being at 22 degrees Scorpio, and Jupiter and Neptune just having this magical meetup in the cosmos, this once-in-a-lifetime meetup, has allowed us to release and let go of old emotional patterning that was working against the creation for our heart. So we're stepping into Pluto, and this full and new moon tells me that we are now creating a new template, a new structure of emotional patterning that will help to build the fabric of reality that we want to see around us. The relationships, the people, the places, the experiences that we want to have in this life. And Jupiter and Neptune there at 24 degrees of Pisces, you know, they only meet up every 166 years approximately. And they're in Pisces, which is the sign of spirit. It's the sign of God, of source, and Jupiter expands everything that it touches. It's like it creates miracles, it creates abundance, it creates excess, and it's touching, you know, Neptune, which is the planet that rules Pisces. And it's our dreams, our visions, it's what our heart wants to be and feel and create. And it's like it's at 24 degrees, which is, you know, a net 6, which is the degree of Libra, the degree of Venus, the degree of creation. So Jupiter and Neptune there, they basically are saying, okay, we're going to create the vibrations and the feelings that are in complete alignment with everything that our heart wishes for, everything that God has planned for us, that we made a deal with God before we came here, you know, to live our highest timeline, to express our hearts, to be with these dreams and our wishes. But we've all been behind this veil of illusion, and this energy allows us to access those dreams and wishes and really create the beliefs, the feelings, the vibrations, the thoughts that are all in alignment with what our heart truly, deeply wishes for. And it's really magical because we have, you know, there's been so much energy around the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and balancing it and healing it in ourselves so that we can actually be that whole, that healed. You know, this last new moon was all about healing all aspects of our beingness. You know, we healed our mind, we healed our heart, we healed our soul, we healed our body. You know, we had access to the energies that heal all of that with this last new moon. And now we're stepping into new alignments, non-polarized, the ability to be in total alignment in all states of our consciousness and create from there with clarity, with vision, with love. Our heart's heaven on earth. Because when we create our heart's heaven on earth, in all aspects, that ripples out, and that is what creates heaven on earth vibrations and frequencies for the whole of the collective. And that's when we start to see real change in the world, for Mother Earth, for the collective consciousness, for people. We start to harmonize the vibrations. This full moon is about harmonizing our feelings so that they can be totally in alignment, harmonizing our actions, harmonizing how we receive. So Mars and Venus, they've just come off this long dance together where they met Pluto and they transformed internally, externally. Now we have Venus at 12 degrees of Pisces and Mars at 1 degree of Pisces, which is, you know, Pisces is the sign of spirit. They're 11 degrees apart. So they're moving out of conjunction. They're separating from one another now. Whole, healthy, balanced, and healed, right? Mars is in a trine. It's called a dirty trine because it's out of sign, but it's in a supportive angle to this full moon, adding action energy to this full moon. And it's just poetic that Mars and Venus are 11 degrees apart for this full moon, because that's the degree of integrity. 11 is I love and I love. It's being in full, whole, total, complete, healed integrity with the self, right? And Venus, what's really magical about this, Venus is at 12 degrees of Pisces. That was the new moon on March 2nd, was at 12 degrees of Pisces, where the sun and the moon met up. During that new moon on March 2nd, that's when Mars and Venus conjuncted Pluto and Vesta. And we devoted to this transformation of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within ourselves. And for the world, for the transformation of this worldwide harmonization towards the frequencies of love. And so now we have Venus there activating that point, opening us up to all of those energies of transformation, those energies of love, those action energies that are for the self and for the world. It's really harmonic. It's really beautiful. We have Mercury and Uranus they're in Taurus, the sign of the earth, the sign of manifestation, the sign of value and worthiness. And Uranus is continuing to help ascend our thoughts. You know, Mercury is at the degree of integrity. It's at 11 Taurus. And Uranus is at 13 degrees Taurus, which is the degree of Uranus. It's the degree of belonging with our heart and our beliefs to ascend our value and our worthiness. And Uranus is using this energy. It's ascending our thoughts so that they're in integrity with our value and our worth, our inherent worthiness. We are realizing with this new template, we have the ability to realize our inherent worthiness with our minds, with our thoughts, and how we communicate in integrity for ourselves, because we're inherently worthy, right? We're all, just by being born here on earth as a human being, we're worthy of every wish and dream that our heart has. We're worthy of unconditional love. We're worthy of grace. We're worthy of beauty. We're worthy of what our heart is here to create. And so there's this alignment that Uranus is doing to Mercury, allowing us to be in full integrity with our value and our worthiness, and understand it at a mental level. Because that's what this is. Chiron is also at 13 degrees of Aries, and that's healing our belonging with our self-love, right? 13, again, the degree of Uranus, and Chiron is healing the self, Aries, the individual. So Chiron at this last new moon just healed all states of our consciousness, or the template was released to the collective consciousness to heal all states of our consciousness. And now it's at 13, and it's healing our belief, healing so that we're in complete ascended belonging with our belief for our hearts, for the self, our self-love, our belief in our self-love. I personally believe that self-love is the key to ascension. It's the key to everything in life. If we are able to deeply love and accept ourselves, we can give that to another human. We can give that to Mother Earth. We give that vibration to the whole of reality. And then we create magic from there, because we create from our hearts, because we know our inherent worthiness. And this full moon is really supporting that energy of the healed self-love, of the ascended thoughts into our own worthiness and value. It's really, really beautiful. We have Vesta at 16 degrees of Aquarius, and that's really helping us to devote to our hearts, to receiving the vibrations, to creating and receiving the vibrations that are in alignment with our hearts and spirit. That, of course, is squared into Uranus and Mercury, so it's helped. There's an expansion, We're having to expand our minds, expand our value, expand our worthiness, so that we can truly devote to the creation of these vibrations. The North Node is at 22 degrees of Taurus, and the South Node is 22 degrees of Scorpio. And, this is the collective destiny of the world, and it's all about, 22 is the highest degree of quantum shifting, the highest degree of Uranus, the highest degree of vibration. So with this full moon, we're literally able, the template that this full moon creates for the collective, for Mother Earth, we're able to completely and totally quantum shift reality. Like, we are able to release old realities, old patterning, old thoughts, old beliefs that aren't in alignment. Pluto's helping that. Pluto's helping flesh that down. Jupiter and Neptune help release these karmic stories. And we're able to create for Mother Earth, here on Mother Earth, these new vortexes and portals of ascension energy, of love energy, of heaven on earth frequencies that are in alignment with all of this. And so it's truly very beautiful. I want to see if I've got everything. There's just such a focus of the, of the healed relationship, devoting. So Pallas conjuncts the sun. Pallas is at 24 degrees of Aries. And so there's this creation of these new thoughts, these new emotional patterns. We just released a whole bunch of old emotional patterns. And now Pallas is she's the asteroid. She's Mars's sister, she's the asteroid of divine feminine wisdom, of strategy, of patterns. And we're now strategizing new ways to be in alignment with and create the feelings, the vibrations, the heart-brain coherence that it takes to create the heaven on earth reality for our own hearts. So Pallas being right there with the sun, it's this real balancing of planning. You know, we're able to plan at a whole new level for our hearts, for harmony, whatever it is that keeps you in harmony and integrity with your heart. You know, is it that you do yoga? Is it that you pray or meditate? Is it that you hang out with your friends and you make time to rest? Is it that you go out in nature? You know, we're able to strategize and plan how we stay in right emotional balance with ourselves so that we can create and become a magnet to those relationships that are for us. This strong emphasis on relationships, you know, on being in right relationship with oneself and with everything around us. And as we do this, our partnerships are going to transform. And, you know, we're either going to be moving out of partnerships that are out of alignment and moving into new partnerships, or transforming the ones that we're in so that they're more in alignment with what we want to receive and what we want to feel. And we're devoting to this. We're deciding, committing, devoting to this creation that's for ourselves and for the world. And it's gorgeous. So thank you. I think I'm complete on the astrology. It's a lovely, peaceful, harmonious full moon. I don't feel a lot of oomph energy with it. I feel it as gentle. And it's just this gentle template that's being put out that's really in alignment with everything that we've seen, and is just really going to help us continue to up level so that we can become, you know, there's a true becoming of, we're becoming the vibrational match to everything that our hearts want to see, feel, create, be, serve, do in this world. So thank you for listening. I love this full moon. I love it for us. It's truly a beautiful template that's being put out by the beautiful cosmos, by Source. So I'll now move into ceremony to help celebrate and usher in these lovely energies. My ceremonies, as always, are to create the vibrations and the feelings of love, of peace, of harmony, of magic and joy. All of those vibrations that are in alignment with the frequencies of heaven on earth for the self and for all. All this energy is here and present now, and it's just a becoming, you know, like this full moon is allowing. It's peering behind the veil. It's accepting and knowing that they're here and that we have access to them in every now moment. And yeah, so let's create some portals so that we can access them more easily, so that these vibrations spread across the earth at a really high, abundant level, so that more and more people realize their ability to access these energies. So thank you. Holy Source of all that is, Mother Goddess, Father God, Holy Inner Child, Mother Earth and all the beautiful benefic beings who are present here in your realms. The beautiful benefic beings here in the earthly realms, the animals, the plants, all the sacred elements, the water, the air, the fire, the earth, the sacred energies of the four directions, the ancestor spirits of this land and of our own, the beautiful, benefic, magical beings of the cosmos, the planets, the asteroids, the stars, the angles, all the aspects, the moon, the beautiful, beautiful moon, all of the angels of the Christ-like consciousness, the guardian angels of Mother Earth, the guardian angels and guides of all those present here, the ascended masters, the star beings, all the magical, beautiful, benefic beings, known and unknown, here helping humans, helping Mother Earth, helping all that is to ascend into higher states of love, higher vibrations of peace and harmony, heaven on earth vibrations, the healing of the fabric of reality. Thank you, beautiful beings. Thank you for holding space with us, filling our hearts with love, aligning us in every fabric of our beingness with the vibration of love, guiding us to our hearts and helping us hold steady in our hearts here as we go into sacred ceremony and create a beautiful portal from the heavenly realms, the ascended realms, to the earthly realms. A portal of light and love and vibration that abundantly brings in all of the frequencies of heaven on earth to spread across and throughout the fabric of reality here on Mother Earth and in the cosmos. For our highest good and the highest good of all, thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. I now call upon the guardian angels of Mother Earth, Archangel Uriel of the north of the mighty earth, Archangel Michael of the south of the sacred fire, Archangel Gabriel of the west of the sweet magical waters, and Archangel Raphael of the east of the holy air. Beautiful, graceful, loving, healing angels, thank you for gathering in ceremony with us today. Thank you for loving us and guiding us to our hearts. Thank you for loving Mother Earth and helping her and the humans to ascend. I now ask that with your magic and your power and your grace, that you join your energies with our own, and together you all help us all ground this beautiful angelic energy deep in the core of Mother Earth. And by your direction, by your mighty power and grace, you help as we spin our vibrations up so high. We spin our vibrations up so high between the fabrics of reality, between the heavenly realms and the earthly realms, and we create the most magnificent, the most abundant, the most beautiful portal that spreads the light and the love and the frequencies of heaven on earth throughout the cosmos, throughout the earthly realms, into Mother Earth, throughout all of her beingness, deep into the core of Mother Earth, throughout all of her earth, throughout all of her lands, into all of the water that exists in every realm of Mother Earth, into all of the sacred fire and all of the holy air, clearing, cleansing, purifying, and releasing all that needs to be released, and aligning everything here in these earthly realms and these cosmic realms with the frequencies of love, with the frequencies of grace, the frequencies of peace and harmony. Anywhere where there is density, anywhere there's any frequencies that are out of alignment of love, pour this light down, this angelic light of grace and love and harmony and peace, pour it across this land, everywhere it is needed and everywhere it isn't. Increase the frequencies of love here on this planet. Pour this beautiful light into the human collective consciousness, into the human heart, into every single human heart that has ever existed in every single quantum reality. Pour this light of heaven on earth, of love. Open the human heart. Guide every single human back to their heart, back to the love that they are in every now moment, so they may create and be and live and exist from this love that they are. Help them to see the magic and the beauty and the grace and the pure divinity that they are in every now moment, and empower the human being on every level to be the love that they are, to live in the love that they are, to create the love that they are, to create their heaven on earth reality, so that we may create heaven on earth for Mother Earth, for the animals, the plants, the cosmos, for all that is. Thank you for pouring this light into every structure in existence, into the moon, into the planets, into the stars, into the cosmos. Anywhere there is suffering, anywhere there is a misalignment, anything out of the frequency of love, pour in more love. More and more and more love. Thank you, beautiful beings. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Holy Source of all that is. Thank you, beautiful archangels of the Christ-like consciousness and beautiful guardian archangels of Mother Earth. Thank you, our beautiful guardian angels and guides and helpers. All of the beautiful, magnificent, benefic beings here in the earthly realms and the cosmic realms. The gods and goddesses throughout time. The ascended masters. All of these beautiful energies. The elements, the sacred four directions. Thank you for holding space with us. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for guiding us. And thank you for helping us to create heaven on earth for all, for the fabric of reality in every quantum reality, in every timeline, every dimension, in all of existence and all of creation. Thank you for aligning everything back to love now, for our highest good and the highest good of all that is. And so it is. Blessed be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful people. Oh, may we all be in alignment with our hearts and be in right relationship with ourselves and right relationship with everything, with all of creation. And may we become magnets for everything that is for us in our hearts, and become the vibrational match. I really feel that with this moon. It's really about becoming, being responsible for and becoming the vibrational match to everything that our heart is here to be, feel, create, and serve. So I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being alive with me. Thank you for coming to Mother Earth now to be a part of this epic ascension process that we're all moving through. So much love and so many blessings to you all.